Welcome to Poetry Palace TV. I am Tom Beal, and this is my Diary of a Poet series. Episode, what did we say, 30? The intent of this show is to read Volume 18, if you're new, which is Internal Revolutions, poems I've been writing to my late wife since February of 2020. Unfortunately, I have not yet been able to read them in a composed manner. It was suggested that I simply start from the beginning so that I may get used to the idea slowly and add a bit more time to my process before actually trying to read those poems to you. If you would like to read along at another pace, the series is available to read for free at poetrypalacegiftshop.com. The producer of this show, as well as other fans, believe the verse in her volume is quite helpful for those who have lost a spouse. And if you know someone who you feel might be helped, please suggest they check it out. In this episode, we are continuing with Volume 16, Dances in the Dark. Dark was Dreamers and Rainbow Chasers, a site I used to write at. Yeah, I got a little messed up and didn't watch the clock last time, so I'm trying to keep these all around 15 minutes. And it's my first season as a host, and I'm learning my way, I guess. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Poem number 1136, Weight Off My Shoulders. Had a hot dog and flounder feast tonight. I just may have to start working out soon. 2:30 is the mark on this health plate, and make it easier those nights I swoon. Let's just forget tonight and call it last. Those 3 a.m. alarms hit kinda hard. Sleep creeps up from behind and attacks fast. Writing mid-verse yesterday for this bard. I have 180 clips from my modern scrapbook and video. Many quotations for comedy rips, JVC webcam in my Roxio. A cable or two short of what I need. Matches the card are too short in my deck. If I control my desire for speed, this might not end up as another wreck. Big weekend in May. Number 1137. Big weekend in May. Sean, the realtor, is trying to get us a view while I prepare for a Suzuki ride to Maine. Dawn, now far gone, leaves me to sit here and think of you and all the drops of blood with which you write your pain. Home it could be, a two-family right down the street, while the North Manchester waits patiently for tile. She, beyond odds, has turned all of my lacks to complete. So what words fail to explain leaves me with this smile. Fear, my old friend, broke all of the promises it made. Horror and pretend seem to wither with it gone. Pain, fear's echo, with all its slashes, has dulled its blade. Yet to your terror these empathy eyes are drawn. Youth so misspent has succumbed to the bed of its grave. Who would have guessed such rage and hatred could die? Age that now mocks the flamboyant quotes memories save, says that the last one to see it coming was I. Number 1138, Heaven. Back sitting in the big new Mac, guess slightly used is a bit more true. Is there more or less when in fact, or is that effort cause for our rue? Backing down this country road, following the great all as it digs. 50 reverse stops for a load. There's no time today for cleaning rigs. Weekend memories fill my head, lifting 700 feet of tile. From barn to truck an easy spread, but the basement was a country mile. Bright green meadows along stone walls, lake and farms and winding cow paths paved. A cleansing of those city galls, those savored moments when I am not enslaved. A Virginian on a mower, ready to drop all and find a map. To the cloud of black flies lower, a quick no thanks and tip of the cap. Take random numbers north and east, looking for some familiar sign, free from the economic beast, and there is no time upon this line. Almost inhuman peace and ease, almost ethereal perceived. No corporate nothing here to please, just the joy of this heaven received. Number 1139, of novel ideas. I started 444 verses last night before I went to bed. Been wanting to lose those writings I threw away, ricocheting around my head. Oh, at least a dozen attempts have started, but each of them, too, hit the trash. If at last I could kill the pipe dream novelist, I would not miss its dig and thrash. Of course, that leaves me with the king in his palace, though the cobwebs could cover that mess. So I'll just be screaming Tom, the dump truck driver. No recall failures to confess. Number 1141, the maybe house. So the bid is in on the house from some Genesis fund clause for the bank. In the comma count a syllable, new ideas are filling that dusty tank. The seats in the van, in the garage. See, there's more than 90 days to move. Free ads could fill a garage in sale. Got to get into the income groove. Screamin' Tom's karaoke sign. And make Poetry Palace gift shop real. Just to try it once with the work with a wood chop. Hobby pace, I can't imagine the feel. The hundreds in sign are put to use, aside from Palace TV distortion. Still displayed like the newsletter pics. Take the site promo to its proportion. 2-car garage with a high steeped roof. Bench concave walls for the singing people. Got to spend to save on the taxes on karaoke cathedral steeple. The first part is manual labor. One thing middle-aged cannot afford. All the loam gets seed and manure, but not so strong it cuts like a sword, leaving walkways to a big oval, sink a pipe for electric cable. Then some last dump out of the day, go and pave it for a picnic table. Downloaded the vinyl manual with insulation and furnace to gas. And then there's roofing and plumbing plus the electric studies en masse. Maybe those 150-some jobs will be allowed to start earning their keep. Maintenance in a shoe factory, boat building, cake making gets the list deep. Can we set sail on a sugar dream? Or should we sacrifice a pig and sing? Is this the phantasmal coming to sight? Or will a no make it not mean a thing? Number 1142. College days. Seems like just yesterday when I was at Harvard, Susan said the book of poetry made her day. Oh, it was yesterday after the country club. Wellesley's got a new line of posh coming our way. MIT was years ago in a roll-off truck. I was at Northeastern and Babson College too. Boy, did Boston College have the crew's heads turning. Though our Notre Dame College's closing birthed rue. On the 20th of June, I'm back at SNHU. This dropout has been going there for 9 straight years. Guess I was destined for the best campuses, but long after the pain of my re-entry sears. It all works out best, it just takes some time to see. Or maybe we see best when we take some time to look. As with hating and loving and all that gore, not the reasons or treasons, but foundations shook. Number 1144, another holiday weekend. Just an Eagles fan on the long road out of Eden, but not sure I can make the jump with them this time. I am going down this road to wherever it's leading, remembering how the long run became rhythmic rhyme. An hour afternoon with the air conditioner, got coffee made in my coffee and days without fast, trying at last to be a watcher and listener, see everything as it should be, past me at last. Have to admit, they are great singers and musicians, and as far as a writing session goes, they are sweet. Harmony inspires with syllabic transitions. Dictionary meter skips across their perfect beat. There's a battle of karaoke songs in my head, trying to claw their way up to the top of the list. Got to the party early to get the singer fed. Wet-soaked vocals relaxed to Southern comforts insist. They can't be that far from fireworks on the North Shore. Too bad Boston would make it a bit much for the day. A bounty of New England around me to explore, but after the journey home from work, I'm in to stay. Then Belfast, where my karaoke nightmare takes place, though I'd do it again if it included some dough. And in the end, it becomes the comfortable space. There's only this weekend and the Floor weekend to go. Back roads from Bath in the day. Light is Steel Horse Haven. Although it seems new, Hampshire has more money to pay. About flying up the hills with six-cylinder revving, saturated by nature on a much faster wave. Seems some thunderstorms want to race me home on Sunday. One would have to think a short day then would be fine. Of course, it's a relief to go back to work on Monday, where's that stream to sit by while I wait for what is mine. Down in the Dump, number 1146. 20 miles north of Boston, creeping south. 4 lanes and counting, trucks, buses, and cars. Staring mothers warming straight in the mouth. Singularly insignificant Mars. How long till better fuel is found? The means have been known for years, most believe. How long till this much oil is underground? Maybe from cockroach to Adam and Eve. Does Papa Roach sit atop the family tree? Is this the umpteenth time I've thought this way? Does disaster always bar final free? Again, no ears for divinity's say. 19 miles of traffic to creep at still, with far less noble thought to fill my mind. But now my life has one less page to fill, and I've another verse to leave behind. Thank you very much for your time. So that was volume 16. I got the printer ready. I haven't used it for 4 years, I think, when I made this the last time it was on. And this nice laser. I got the printer ready and I copied volume 17 off the computer because I no longer print them. And I got rid of all the ones that had, movie quotes with swears in them or whatever, or didn't seem appropriate for the show, which, maybe I could have done a better job. Sorry if I didn't do well enough. And printed that out, and I'm going to try to read that and then start her volume on Valentine's Day, if that's at all possible. It just seemed so appropriate. Anyway, that's where I am back in February. I know you're late into the fall by now, probably. Thank you very much for joining me for this episode of Poetry Palace TV. I hope there was something that caught your ear. Please feel free to check out the website, and I hope to see you again next week. Au revoir.